Hello YouTube, and welcome all of you to the penultimate part of our final countdown battle royale, part 23. And after God, I keep saying these now, after so many months now, because I remember when I did like Amon, Amarth like a couple of months ago at the very least. I was impressed. I was really impressed, although to be honest, like the problem I sort of like had is that was a very long time ago, and I don't exactly know quite exactly what I'm meant to expect coming back in after all these months. Apart from the fact that apparently this is meant to be a song about the Norse god Thor. So, with that being said, let's see whether it lives up to the hype. They'll have to call today July the 4th. And yeah, terrible jokes aside, let's just get started, shall we? So, if you guys want to check out the original video for yourselves, links will all be in the description down below. Let's begin. Crack the Sky in 3, 2, 1, and...
My tongue is dead and tongue gone.
That was that was short and sweet. Although hardly, I don't particularly think I would call Amon short, and I don't particularly think I would call them sweet either. They are tough, like they've got mouths full of granite, and friggin' like lungs made out of steel. Because that, ladies and gentlemen, was Crack the Sky by Amon Amarth. Absolutely meant to be about the Norse god Thor, the god of thunder, wielding his almighty hammer Mjolnir to, I don't know, like protect the Nine Realms from Loki, the trickster god. And trust me, guys, I know about this stuff more than just watching Marvel films, although some parts of it does help. Just to ruin his brother's big day. Couldn't help myself there, I'm afraid. However, what I can help myself with is that Amon, just like groups like Manowar, just like groups like Sabaton, Amon are people that love their history. They love, I don't know, it could be the glory of it all. It could be the like this, like almost like a certain beauty out of war or warfare. And they are going to raise heaven and hell, Valhalla, and is there what is there technically meant to be like a version of heaven in Norse mythology, or is it just meant to be Asgard itself? Because I know there's meant to be places like Valhalla and the underworld, but I think the underworld is more Egyptian mythology. It's just in fact, I'll tell you what, I'll look it up just for you guys. Isn't it meant to be like Elysium or something like that? Let's see. Oh, Valhalla is meant to be heaven. So what's hell? So Valhalla, and it's just hell, spelled Hel. Maybe that's probably where the word hell came from. Maybe it came from Norse mythology, that hell is where all the damned are served, and only those in Valhalla are the ones. So what's the one I'm trying to think of where Elysium is meant to be the place for refuge for those who've tragically perished? It'll come to me at some point, I think. Out of Asgard's gates, a chariot of gold pulled along the way by Tangrinseer and Tangnoist. I'm going to literally go out on it. I'm going to assume that maybe those are the Pegasus of Thor's chariot. Let's see. Old Norse Teeth Bearer Snarler and Teeth Grinder are the goats that pulled Thor's chariot. Okay, so he had goats to do it for him. The Prose Edda relates that when Thor cooks the goats, their flesh provides sustenance for the god, and after Thor resurrects them with his hammer, Mjolnir, they are brought back to life the next day. So, I knew that Mjolnir is supposed to be almighty and all-powerful, but it resurrects the dead as well. That's sounds just a little bit broken. It kind of gives you, like, what the hell could have happened to that? How did even Thor lose, or what happened to his power? Because that seems as if, like, nobody would have gotten in somebody's way if they could resurrect the dead, send it flying towards the enemies, and use it to cast thunder and lightning. And this entire song, Crack the Sky, is like literally Thor ripping the realms apart and him flying through just about all of them. Crackling thunder roars all across the world as he rides to war, the champion of Midgard. Did I say Asgard, or why am I getting these things? But Asgard is meant to be. Is that meant to be Lord of the Rings, or I don't know what's wrong with me. Like, half of me saying that I should know this, but half of the time it's just like, I don't know. I was almost getting too involved in what was going on, especially when groups use words like besieged by countless foes. His eyes, they are aglow, longing for the fight. He stands upon a mound, doesn't aim the throw, just lets the hammer fly. He friggin' doesn't need nobody to tell him where to go or what to do. He will just do as he wishes, when he wishes. And let's face it, ladies and gentlemen, who's going to tell him otherwise? Who's going to tell him that he is not going to lay waste to anyone who tries and dares to get in his way? Such figures of almost absolute power cannot just be... You can't just fight them in the ordinary sense, because you're going to lose, and then Thor will bring you back to life just so he can beat you around some more. Wow. It's absolutely amazing. Just at the fact that how much of these legends, of these greater than life gods, are still so heavily influencing today's media, and they make for fantastic stories. Because don't get me wrong, the things that they can tell with the story of Thor is, I think, excellent, especially if you are a key fan of the Marvel films. But I reckon, and I haven't really seen too much of like the MCU sort of stuff, but anytime it would always have Thor in it. And I reckon Amon probably would... They strike me as the sort of person who would watch Marvel films just to see Thor as well. Because let's face it, ladies and gentlemen, if this is anything to go by, I'd say that Amon are definite fanboys of the Norse god of thunder. Well, I think it's time we brought the hammer down on this. And also, nearly time, ladies and gentlemen, to hammer the final nail in the coffin on this final countdown. 0 hour is very soon approaching, so we mustn't delay and we mustn't waste too much more time. So anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed Crack the Sky by Amon Amarth. Please also make sure to also like and subscribe to get daily notifications when my videos come out. And I hope to see all of you, ladies and gentlemen, for our final entry. Take care. Bye-bye for now.